Hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. We are so happy you are here with us today. We have a topic that seems very simple, but causes genuine confusion for learners, because in many other languages, there is only one word for what English splits into two. Once you understand the difference today, your English is going to sound noticeably more natural.
That is right. Today we are talking about live and stay. Both words involve being in a place. Both can answer the question, where are you? But they mean completely different things, and using the wrong one sends a very different message to the person you are speaking to. Let's clear this up completely.
We are going to cover what each word means, how they are different, how to use them in sentences, the grammar rules around each one, expressions and phrases they appear in, common mistakes, two real conversations, and a quiz. Let's get into it.
Let's start with live. To live somewhere means that place is your permanent or long-term home. It's where you normally reside. It's where you have your life, your routine, your belongings, your base. Living somewhere implies a degree of permanence. It's not temporary. It's your established home.
If someone asks you, where do you live, they're asking about your home. Where is the place you call home? Where do you have your life set up? And you answer with the place that is your permanent or long-term base. I live in London. She lives in Tokyo. We live in a small village outside the city. He has lived in the same house for 30 years.
Live is used for your home address, your city, your country, or the type of place you call home. It answers the question of where your life is based. It doesn't matter whether you own the property or rent it. It doesn't matter whether you live alone or with others. What matters is that the place is your regular home over a long period of time.
Some more examples of live in sentences. My parents live in a suburb about 20 minutes from the city center. She lived in France for 3 years when she was studying. He has always wanted to live by the sea. We live in a rented flat in the north of the city. After moving several times, she finally found a neighborhood she loves to live in. All of these are about permanent or long-term homes.
Now let's talk about stay. To stay somewhere means to be in a place temporarily. You are there for a short period of time, not permanently. You are visiting, passing through, on holiday, on a business trip, or temporarily housed somewhere that is not your real home.
If you're traveling and someone asks, where are you staying, they mean, where are you sleeping while you're here on this trip? Not where is your home. Where are you for now? Temporarily. I'm staying at a hotel near the city center. She's staying with her cousin for a few days. We stayed at a lovely guest house by the lake.
Stay carries the idea of temporariness. It's always for a limited period of time. You stay somewhere for a night, a week, a month, maybe a few months, but at some point you will leave. You will go back to your real home or move on to somewhere else. That sense of a time limit is always part of the meaning of stay.
Some more examples of stay in sentences. When I visit my grandmother, I always stay at her house. He stayed in a hostel for a week while he was looking for a flat. They're staying in a hotel for their anniversary weekend. I stayed with my friend in Madrid for 10 days last summer. She is going to stay with us for a couple of nights while she's in town.
So the core difference is about time and permanence. Live is permanent or long-term. Stay is temporary. Where you live is your home. Where you stay is where you are right now for a limited time. These two ideas seem simple, but the confusion happens because in real life, the line between permanent and temporary can sometimes feel blurry.
Here's an example that shows both words clearly. If someone says, where do you live? You might say, I live in Edinburgh. That's your home city. But if someone asks, where are you staying this weekend? You might say, I'm staying at a friend's place in Glasgow, because you're visiting for a couple of days. Edinburgh is where you live. Glasgow is where you are staying. Two different places, two different words, two different relationships to those places.
Now let's look at how live and stay work grammatically, because both words behave slightly differently depending on the tense and structure you use.
Live follows normal verb tense patterns. Present simple for current habits and facts. I live in Berlin. She lives alone. Present continuous for something happening right now or temporarily. We are living with my parents for a few months while our flat is being renovated. Past simple for past facts. He lived in that house for 20 years. Present perfect for experiences and duration. They have lived here since 2010.
Notice one interesting use of the present continuous with live. We are living with my parents for a few months. This uses live rather than stay, even though it's temporary. This is because the duration is quite long, and the situation feels more like a temporary home than a short visit. When something is temporary but relatively long-term and residential, English speakers often use living rather than staying. This is a nuance worth knowing.
Stay also follows normal verb patterns, but is more commonly found in continuous tenses because the stay is often something happening over a defined period right now. I'm staying at a bed and breakfast. Past simple is also very common. We stayed at a villa in Tuscany for 2 weeks. Present perfect for recent or past experience. Have you ever stayed in a 5-star hotel?
Now let's look at some useful phrases. With live, live alone means to live without housemates. Live together means to share a home with someone. Live with someone means to share your home. Live in means to live on the premises of your workplace, like a live-in carer. And live up to something means to meet expectations. The hotel really lived up to the reviews.
With stay with someone means to be a temporary guest in someone's home. Stay at a place means to be temporarily housed at a hotel or similar. Stay in means to remain at home rather than going out. Stay over means to sleep somewhere for one night informally. You are welcome to stay over if you don't want to drive home. Stay put means to remain in the same place and not move.
Now let's go through the mistakes, because these are the exact patterns that trip learners up.
Mistake number 1. Using stay when live is needed for a permanent home. A learner might say, I stay in Paris, when they mean Paris is their home city. This sounds like they are a tourist or a temporary visitor. The correct sentence is, I live in Paris. Always use live for your real home, your permanent base.
Mistake number 2, using live when stay is needed for a temporary visit. A learner might say, I live at the hotel, or I lived at my friend's house last weekend. Using live for a temporary stay sounds very strange. The correct sentences are, I'm staying at the hotel, and I stayed at my friend's house. Mistake number 3. Asking, where do you live, when you mean, where are you staying? This happens when someone asks a tourist or a visiting friend about their accommodation. Asking, where do you live, of someone you have just met who is clearly visiting, sounds as though you are asking about their home city or country. If you want to know about their accommodation during their visit, the correct question is, where are you staying?
Mistake number 4. Forgetting that live can be used in the present continuous for relatively long temporary situations. Some learners think they must always use stay for anything temporary. But if someone is living temporarily in a new city for 6 months while they work there, they would naturally say, I am living in Manchester at the moment, not I am staying in Manchester. When the period is longer and feels more residential, live in the continuous tense works well.
Mistake number 5. Using stay with the wrong preposition. The most common prepositions with stay are at and with. At is used for places, staying at a hotel, staying at my uncle's house, staying at an Airbnb. With is used for people, staying with my sister, staying with friends, staying with colleagues. A learner might mix these up and say staying with the hotel or staying at my friend. Always check whether you are naming a place or a person.
Mistake number 6. Using live to describe animals or things without thinking about the nuance. Live is used for people and animals in their natural habitat. Penguins live in Antarctica. Lions live on the savanna. But you would not say the car lives in the garage in natural English. You would say the car is kept in the garage. Being precise about when live works naturally will make your English sound much more polished.
6 mistakes and 6 clear corrections. These are the patterns that really matter in everyday English.
Now, let us hear 2 conversations so you can see live and stay working naturally together.
First conversation. 2 people meeting at a conference.
Hi, it is nice to meet you. Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Cape Town, but I live in Amsterdam now. I moved there about 4 years ago.
Oh, lovely. And are you based there permanently?
Yes, it's home now. I really love living there. It's a fantastic city. What about you? Where do you live?
I live in Dublin. Have done for most of my adult life. Are you in Amsterdam for the conference, or did you fly in from somewhere else?
I flew in yesterday. I'm staying at a hotel about 10 minutes from here. It's quite nice, actually.
That's convenient. How long are you staying?
Just 4 nights. I fly back on Thursday. Do you have any recommendations for places to eat while I'm here?
Absolutely. There's a wonderful little restaurant near where I live that I think you would love.
Did you catch all of that? Live was used consistently for permanent homes. Where do you live? I live in Amsterdam. I live in Dublin. Near where I live. Stay was used consistently for temporary accommodation during the conference. I'm staying at a hotel. How long are you staying? While I'm here.
Second conversation. A family member calling to check in.
Hi, how is the new city treating you? Are you settling in?
It's going well. I'm still technically staying with a colleague from work while I look for a flat, but I hope to have my own place sorted within the next few weeks.
Oh, right, so you're not living anywhere permanent yet.
Not yet. It's a bit unsettling, to be honest. I'm used to having my own space. I've never really liked staying with other people for too long, even when they're lovely.
I understand. When you do finally live somewhere of your own, you'll feel so much better. Have you found any flats you like?
A couple. One of them is in a really nice neighborhood. It would be great to live somewhere with good transport links and a few cafes nearby.
That sounds perfect. Let me know when you've signed anything. I'd love to visit and stay with you for a weekend once you're settled.
That would be wonderful. There's loads to explore in this city. You'll love staying here.
That conversation showed the contrast beautifully. Staying with a colleague is temporary, so stay is used. Not living anywhere permanent yet, because live implies a permanent home. Once you live somewhere of your own is the permanent home you are building toward, and I'd love to stay with you for a weekend is a short temporary visit, so stay is used.
Quiz time. 5 sentences, correct or incorrect? Take a moment before we give each answer.
Sentence 1. I stay in a small apartment near the university. It is my home.
Take a moment. This is incorrect. If the apartment is your home, that's the permanent or long-term residence. The correct sentence is, I live in a small apartment near the university. Use live for your real home.
Sentence 2. We're staying at a beautiful resort for our honeymoon.
This is correct. A honeymoon is a temporary trip, and resort accommodation is temporary. Staying is exactly right here.
Sentence 3. She has lived in this city for the past 15 years.
This is correct. 15 years is a long established home. Live is the right word, and the present perfect tense shows how long she's been there.
Sentence 4. Where do you live? I want to know which hotel you're at.
This is incorrect. If you want to know someone's temporary hotel accommodation, you should ask, where are you staying? Where do you live asks about their permanent home city or address, not their hotel.
Sentence 5. He stayed at his parents' house every summer when he was a child.
This is correct. Staying at his parents' house during summers is a temporary recurring visit. Stay is the right word here, even though it happened repeatedly. Each summer stay was temporary.
How did you do? If you got all 5 right, you've genuinely understood the difference. If you missed any, go back to the core idea. Live is your permanent home. Stay is a temporary place you are for a limited time.
Let us finish with a clear summary. Live means to reside permanently or long-term somewhere. It's your home, your base, where your life is set up. I live in London. She has lived here for 10 years. We are living with my parents temporarily while we find a flat.
Stay means to be somewhere temporarily. It's for visits, trips, short periods, and temporary accommodation. I'm staying at a hotel. He stayed with friends for a week. Where are you staying while you're in town?
The simple test every time. Is the place your home or a long-term base? Use live. Is the place you are for a limited time before moving on? Use stay.
And that's everything for today. We hope this episode gave you complete clarity and real confidence with live and stay. These words come up in every conversation about where you are and where you're from, and getting them right makes your English immediately more natural.
Your practice task. Write 4 sentences. 1 using live for your current permanent home, 1 using stay for a real or imagined trip you're taking, 1 using the phrase live alone or live with someone, and 1 using the phrase stay at or stay with. That covers the most important uses from today.
Leave your questions in the comments. We love hearing from our listeners every single week, and we'll do our best to answer everything.
Share this episode with someone who's learning English. Every share helps us grow and reach more people.
Take care of yourself and keep practicing. Notice these words in the films and shows you engage with, and you'll start to feel the difference naturally.
We'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, and keep going. Every episode you complete is real progress.